any chance you have to help your kids see their strengths, do it. One of the things that has been really neat for us, we just watched movies of our family the other night, and we realized that some of the characteristics that were true of our kids when they were 1-year-old and 2-year-old are even more true of them today. That they have, they've kind of continued to grow in the same vein. They're the same people they were then. They're a little bit older, a little bit smarter. You know, they can walk better and feed themselves and go to the bathroom themselves now, which we love all of those things. But they haven't changed who they are. My son Jack, he was an encourager when he was 2, and now that he's 6, he's still an encourager. He will, like a year ago, we were at an event where my daughter was getting an award, and one of her friends was getting an award, and Jack had already gotten his because he was the younger kid. And when they were getting their awards, he took his awards, sat them down on the ground, got up on a chair, and was clapping with his hands over his head and jumping up and down and screaming for his sister and her friend because he was so excited about encouraging them. And as he's gotten older, he's only become more and more of that. Now, sometimes whether it's circumstances or you know, just the environment that a kid grows up in, they will start to lose that, or maybe not lose it isn't the right word, but they become less of who they are. They kind of shrink in and hole up and are afraid to really express themselves. I think a lot of times that happens to us as adults. But if you're a parent, I want to encourage you, whatever opportunity you have to help a kid explore their strengths and see those things more and more, do it. Take that opportunity. One of the things that we do is whenever we see our kids doing something great, we applaud that and we encourage that, especially if they're doing something great and it's effortless and they love it. You know, that was no big deal, Mom. Man, that's a sign that that's probably a strength in their life, and they need to go after that and pursue that even more. And we also, maybe usually more indirectly, we try to help them see some of their weaknesses and go, hey, this isn't an area I probably want to invest my life in. Now, we're careful to do that because I think sometimes we can squelch, you know, kids can become more than, I think a lot of times we dampen them and we kind of go, no, you can't do this or you can't do that, when in reality they can. But we help them to see maybe that their strengths aren't so much like their sister or their brothers, because we point out the strengths in the other person's life and we go, hey, you know, Adrian is great at coloring, or Sarah is, you know, great at giving speeches, or just a little fish jumping over there, or whatever. And we say, hey, your sister can swim like a fish. That's why we let her go out in the ocean and do her own thing. And you sink like a rock. And so we need to keep you closer to us. But if you can help your kids see those things now, maybe even keep a journal for them, create a Google account and just email them, you know, and say, hey, you did this great today, and attach a picture. If you can help your kids understand their strengths, they'll be far better suited as they go through life, because they'll understand what God has really gifted them to do.